Welcome back. I'm your host, Gabriel. And guys, what is going on with this World Cup? It doesn't make any sense anymore. If you tell me that you knew what happened today was going to happen, I will call you a liar. There is no way. Like the game between Spain and Morocco, who was expecting this to happen? Spain attacking the whole game, not being able to penetrate the very, very tight, solid Moroccan defense to the point that the keeper wasn't that busy during the game. Bono only came into action during the shootout. And boy, was he good. Stopped 3 out of 4 shots. So Bono told Spaniards, you know how I eliminated Belgium? Well, you too. So very surprising result here, a 3-0 win in shootout for Morocco, making their way to the quarterfinals. Here's a team that I honestly thought it was going to come dead last in their group, even losing to Canada. Now they're up there fighting for a semi-final berth against Portugal. Absolutely impressive. And then it was Portugal that definitely routed Switzerland on their way to the quarterfinals. Surprising to see Cristiano Ronaldo not starting. Many people say that he had an argument with the coach after being subbed in the previous game. But guess what? He wasn't needed. His replacement, Gonzalo Ramos, got a hat-trick. He had played 50 minutes for the national team before this game. He played another 70 today and got 3 goals. So how about that? Ronaldo only went in the dying minutes of the game, didn't have the chance to do much, and Portugal still won 6-1. Absolutely devastating performance by the Portuguese team. So now Portugal and Morocco are going to be playing in quarterfinals this weekend. How about that? Now let's hear from our technical director, Santiago Almada.
So last game of round of 16 yesterday. Morning game was pretty exciting. Spain, just a cursed team that can't seem to make it unless they win it all. They lost to Morocco in penalty shots. Morocco is one of the more defensive games I think I've seen all year. It's just a pleasure to watch that team, man. Just the way they defend, they put their entire lives on the line, and then Hakimi with the cheeky chip at the end to win it all. Like, they couldn't have asked for a better way for Spain to get eliminated yesterday. It's a shame because Spain and their younger players, they have a lot of good. They have definitely a future in that team. You had Gavi, Pedri, even Dani Olmo up top. Some of these guys are just excellent young players that I think have a big future for their team. So I would not be surprised if they bounce back in, 2024 and win the Euros with Spain. But I could definitely see a big future for Spain. And then obviously Portugal just running rampant. Ronaldo starting on the bench. Everyone has their own takes about this, but at this point I would just play him all the time. I think Ronaldo needs to play as much. I don't think Messi would ever get benched. So for whatever reason that was, I think that they should definitely start him in the next game, see how it goes. I mean, it's always good to have a big name player like that, and especially because we all want to see the Argentina-Portugal final. I'm hoping they get a good win against Morocco. But yeah, 4 games left, and then after that, 2 semifinals and then a final. So my picks are still, I'm hoping Argentina can pull off a win against Netherlands. Shouldn't be too difficult. Croatia, Brazil, it will be a little closer than you think, but I still think Brazil is going to win that. England I'm hoping they beat France. I think they'll lose the semifinal anyway, but I'm thinking that they could easily surprise France. Some of their offensive play has been excellent. And then Portugal should beat Morocco. Everything goes to plan, but Morocco, all the pundits here had them as dead last in their group, and they won their group, they beat Spain, so now who knows, maybe they can go a little further too. So that Portugal-Morocco game is going to be a spicy one, but we'll see.
Some words of wisdom from our U21 men's team captain and commentator, Rowan Fisler.
Another, just every day in this World Cup seems to astonish me in some shape or form. The first game being Morocco against Spain, and wow. Spain are officially out. Morocco have beaten them on penalties. Definitely an interesting game in the fact that it was actually super boring to watch. Spain being their normal selves, passing about 50 times before they even decide to go up the field. Inevitably making a mistake and then having to restart all over again when they win possession back. Referee decisions questionable, but doesn't excuse Spain for playing that badly in my mind than just a better penalty taker. Like, you cannot excuse how bad Spain did in the penalty shootout. There's just no way you can excuse that at all. Especially with the news from Luis Enrique telling his players to practice penalties, around each player 1,000 penalties before the World Cup, just absolutely shambolic. But the other match, Portugal and Switzerland, I definitely thought it was going to be a lot closer than it was. Portugal really took it to the Swiss. Goncalo Ramos, starting in the place of Cristiano Ronaldo, scored the first hat-trick of this World Cup, and quite possibly the last one, because it's going to get tougher down the line here in this World Cup. Great performance from Portugal all around, and just nothing the Swiss could really do. A goal from Akanji from point-blank range. I was kind of handed to him, but just a great performance from Portugal all around. Quarterfinals are on the way, and I believe we start on Friday with two great matches. The first we're going to talk about here is the Netherlands against Argentina. Now, here's the thing. I think that both teams are really good. I think that Netherlands, although they do play a somewhat boring style of football, I do think that they have everything they actually need to go really, really deep in this tournament and get to a semifinal or a final. But that being said, I also do believe that Argentina have a lot of quality in their team up front, defensively and in the midfield. It's really hard for me to pick a winner in this match, but people talk about this being the fairy tale ending for Messi and solidifying his spot as the greatest footballer to ever grace a football pitch. But for some reason, I've had the weirdest feeling all week, and a feeling that remains, to the dismay of Gabriel Santi and everyone else around the beautiful club I play for, Berlin. I really do think that Netherlands will win this match. Whether it be, I think it's going to be 2-1. I have a strong 1-1 feeling, and it could go 2 at extra time. But I do think that Netherlands will win 2-1. I think that may be unpopular opinion, but it is my opinion regardless. The second game being Croatia against Brazil. Now, Croatia have had a few stingy matches, and Brazil just looked like a lot of a better team. I think that it will start off with Brazil pressing, and finally finding a goal and breaking the deadlock. I think the game will end 3-1 for Brazil. I think just Brazil has so much quality in their team, and I really do think Brazil are going to make a run to the finals. It's kind of hard to not say they will. They've looked so dominant in pretty much every game they've played except the match against Cameroon, which was just a write-off. They didn't need to try in that match, but I'm really excited for Friday. I think that these are some great quarterfinal matches. I really can't wait to see the Netherlands-Argentina game in particular, as I really don't know how that game's going to go. I can see it going all three ways, going to add extra time, both teams winning in that time, or both teams winning in full time. I think it's a really evenly matched game. It's a really interesting game. It's a nice, interesting spectacle. And although I really do hope that in some world Messi can win a World Cup to solidify his spot as the greatest of all time, I just don't think he'll get it done. I don't know why, but yeah, those are my predictions for the first games of the quarterfinal in the 2022 Qatar World Cup.